Hi, I'm Jordan.
I'm Eric.
And this is...
I don't remember what the show is called. Hi, I'm Jordan, and this is my brother Eric.
I am.
And today I'm going to explain what happened in the NeverEnding Story.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
I'm sure it will be. So what happened?
It's like the 80s, I think. It's like 84. There's this 10-year-old boy. His parents did not get divorced. His mother died. She's dead. Okay, so his mom died, and he's really sad about it. He just wants to run away. His dad just doesn't understand. He's not going through a phase of his mother dying. So the kid goes to school. Bastian goes to school. And, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Doesn't?
No, on the way to school, he gets beat up by some bullies, and he hides in the bookstore. And there's this creepy old librarian, and he's like, don't take that book. And he goes, I'm gonna take the book. So he goes to school, and it's like raining. It's an important detail. He runs up to the attic of the school, and he's like, I'm gonna read this book. And he starts reading it, and it's called The NeverEnding Story. It starts off with these three guys, and they're sitting around a fire, and there's a Goron, there's Willy Wonka on a snail.
It's a racing snail.
Willy Wonka on a racing snail. Willy Wonka! And there's this last guy, and he's this ugly-looking bat creature. What's the guy's name from TMNT? The little fly guy. And he goes,
Baxter.
And Baxter Stockman is there. And they're all talking about how the Nothing is coming. The Nothing is this... It's probably like a metaphor for something now that I think about it.
Maybe.
But as of now, it's just this big black goo that's coming to eat everyone. So they're all flying away. And then we cut to this pretty old palace in space.
The Ivory Tower?
It's a great name for it. We should call it that.
I think I probably will from now on.
Okay.
Never have before.
And there's all these weirdo creatures from Star Wars at the Ivory Tower.
It's pretty much the cantina scene.
So when we see this little pretty girl, she looks like a girl, but she has the mind of an 80-year-old. And she's called the Childlike Empress. So she's like, we need hero or whatever. And then this boy comes out, this little Indian boy, and he goes, oh!
That's not racist at all. That is not... We're gonna edit that out.
Long hair running foot comes out, and she goes, no, that's not your name anymore. Your name's Atreyu. So he's like, okay, good.
And here's a horse.
Here's a horse, ride it through space. What does she even send him to do?
You're the one explaining.
She goes to send him out to try to find something to stop the Nothing. Okay, so then he's like, okay, I'll go do that. And he's riding little Sebastian.
Artex.
Artex, that's his name. I only know that because of the scene where he dies. Anyway, we're not there yet. So, he's riding Artex, and then we cut back to Bastian.
And then back to Atreyu.
Back to Atreyu. We're not...
Because he doesn't know.
We're not done yet. And Atreyu, he's taking a break at some pond or whatever, and he's sitting down. They feed his horse an apple, and at that point we cut back to Bastian. He goes, I should eat too. And then he eats this really good looking sandwich.
It does look good. It's
my
a
God.
Perfect little sandwich triangle.
Cut back to Atreyu, and there's this wolf following him, and it's really scary. What happens after that? I don't know what happens.
Then there's a giant
Oh, crap! Wait, does the dragon come after? Okay, so after they eat their good-looking sandwiches, the wolf chases Atreyu and Artex into this swamp, and it's called the Swamp of Sadness. And so Atreyu drowns. No, not Atreyu. Artex drowns in the Swamp of Sadness. And Atreyu's like, come on, Artex! Artex now! Artex is like, literally.
Yeah, he was really kind of apathetic about his death. He was just kind of like, no, I think I'm gonna sink and die now.
And then he finds the big old turtle lady. He climbs up into this tree, and the Bronchiosaurus sneezes on him. Reference. And he's like, I need to find out what stops the Nothing. And she's like, Willow. So she's like, you can't stop the Nothing. And he's like, well, great, I was sent here for nothing. He's walking through the swamp again, and the wolf's about to eat him. And he gets picked up by a giant flying seal.
It's a luck dragon.
It's a luck dragon. And his name is Falcor. He gets picked up and brought to this midget's home. They're hobbits in the desert.
Played by Billy Crystal.
Really?
Yeah.
Calcifer?
And he goes, I'm not listening! I'm not listening!
Liar! I remember that. Okay, so there's this big...
Not the same movie.
It's not?
No.
Oh,
That's from Princess Bride.
Where was I?
I don't know.
Luck dragon.
I have no idea.
Hobbit hole, Billy Crystal.
Is only mostly dead. He tells him Artex is only mostly dead.
Does he?
Yep.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
He's
he does.
all the way dead. Why would he say that? That's so awful.
Does Architects come back? So he was only mostly dead.
I thought he just kind of like reversed the universe, kind of like how they did in Code.
You really don't understand the point of the movie, The NeverEnding Story, do you? Think about the title, The NeverEnding Story. Why is Bastion reading it? Why does the childlike empress need Bastion? I don't know. Because they can't be there unless he's
someone's reading
them.
it.
Exactly.
So, at the Hobbit Hole with Billy Crystal, and they're like, you need to go to the Southern Oracle. Southern Oracle is going to tell you what's going down. And he's like, got it, bro. And he flies on Falkor, I think, to get there.
Nope.
And so he flies on Falkor to get there.
Okay.
And these two statues looming down on him.
And they're naked women.
You can only get past the Oracle if you don't think about it. Oh, it's something about your self-worth or something. Like, you can't think that you're shit. Because if you do, they're gonna be like, we know you're shit. And they zap you. Atreyu's walking through there and he's like, I'm not shit. I'm not shit. Oh my god, I'm shit.
It's actually a really tense scene.
So then he knows that he's shit. So...
No, he knows that he's the shit.
Nah. Okay, so Atreyu knows that he's the shit.
Exactly. And he was. He was pretty cool. So he makes it through and he is worthy.
He makes it to like this mirror or something in an ice storm. And he breaks it. But first he sees Bastion. And they have this like weird psychedelic moment like, whoa, bro, I see you. What's the point of that? I don't know, some stuff happens and then
Would you like me to tell you or no?
No.
Okay.
He finds the wolf in the hole.
He says, come at me, Gamork!
What's that from?
It's from The NeverEnding Story, the movie we're talking
Oh,
about.
is it?
Gamork is the name of the wolf.
And so he says,
come at me, Gamork!
and he kills him. And I think after this, the whole universe is crumbling, and the ivory tower is just crumbling to this little bitty, not even a tower anymore. It's like, look at my ivory cabin.
The ivory tower is the only thing still intact.
Okay, so everything's crumbling around. The ivory tower's still looking as good AF because it's the ivory tower. I think Atreyu makes it back, and he's like, I couldn't stop it. And she was like, I know you can't. I sent you on this journey for nothing. Basically.
No, it's
Yeah.
like, you missed the
And then
whole
she
point
said,
of the whole movie.
we need to contact the little boy. You saw him once.
He needed to make a connection with a real boy. Atreyu did, and only through his adventures.
I'm sorry, wasn't I explaining this?
Yeah, but okay.
Okay. So then, does he ever get is the Orin even in it? Doesn't, rewind. At the right when he gets to the tower, she gives him the Orin.
That's what she does.
She's like, you need to make a connection with the real boy. And he was like, how do I do that? And she was like, call out his name.
Nope.
So,
No.
go back to Bastion. And he's like, what the heck is happening? And go back to the book. And they're just like, well, I wonder when that kid's gonna help us. Go back to Bastion. And he's like, I can't help you. And then she's like,
Throws the book.
yeah, he throws the book. He's in the school. School ended though.
Yeah, it's
That's what I
nighttime.
meant.
And the storm is still going on.
It's crazy. His dad's like, where are you? You're dead like your mother.
They never showed that.
And then finally he goes, I think he picks up the book. And
Bastion, call my name.
I was about to say that. So she's like, Bastion, say my name. And she makes this like ugly cry face. And so he goes out and screams.
Nobody really knows what he screamed, but he gave her a name,
Until we Googled it years later and found out it was Moonchild.
which it didn't sound like at all.
Nope. What were you thinking? Everything's fine, it goes to black, and suddenly Bastion is like in this little dark, damp corner with the princess. Is that her name? What's her name? That child-looking
The empress that looks like a child,
thing. He's like in a closet with the princess.
with a little light.
And it's glowing.
Everything's calm
She's like,
now.
oh, and this is the last piece of the universe. And he's like, well, damn.
That is an actual quote from the movie. Well, damn.
This is this is the last piece of the universe. And then he sneezes. It goes away.
And it creates a new universe.
And in this one, Artex is alive.
And
And his mother's alive too.
nope. No.
And Oh, and then she says you get one wish. And he doesn't wish for his mother to be alive, which is what he should have done.
No, what he wants to do is torture children.
He chases his childhood bullies on Falcor through the city. In the second movie, Bastian wasn't like in an institution or anything for riding that dragon. He was just like, oh, I'm going back to the place. What is the place even called?
Fantasia.
Oh, I forgot the name! Okay, so then in the second movie, he meets a chicken.
We're not
he
talking
goes
about
back
the second movie.
to Fantasia.
Second movie doesn't
And
exist.
there's like an evil queen, and she like wants to steal his memories.
Yeah, steal Jonathan Taylor Thomas's memories.
It's really good.
It's terrible.
Okay, well, I think that was the NeverEnding Story.
Yes, this was exactly the NeverEnding Story.
I think I did it justice. It was accurate, and you don't even need to watch the movie now. Just go off of what I said if you haven't seen it, and you're good.
If you're 9 years old, disregard this video. As a matter of fact, don't watch this video and go watch the movie.
Don't do that.
Yes, do that.
Stay right here and subscribe.